So real quick, we're gonna do some drone practicing, right? Head to the football field and do that, and then later on, like a couple minutes from this, we'll come back. We'll talk about editing, both photography and the videoing process, my process. So we'll get into that. But first, pretty fast. Hold on, where is it? You could, I don't know if you can hear it, but you can pretty fast. Yeah. Nice fast. Oh yeah, I run that intro.
Music pumping to the speaker every night and day. Let's go. Cause every time the music play, I wanna dance. Let's go.
Damn, you're lovely. Where you came from, girl, cause low key.
Finally reach the ball field. Alright, let's go.
Honestly, apologize for the shaky footage. It gets better.
Aircraft entered altitude zone. The home point has been updated. Please check it on the map. Take off.
One of the main things I've learned having a drone is if you don't practice, you will get rusty. This is just me kind of messing around and being comfortable with it being in the sky and learning practicing some maneuvers that I can maybe potentially use in, like, music videos and stuff like that as I might choose. Alright people, this is actually the first and only time I've ever crashed my drone. Ever. And I wasn't even going to put in this clip, but I guess people need to see and know that it's okay to crash a drone in some sense. That's why you practice that you don't have like as much issues like with the whole drone and crashing it in over water and stuff like that, because I've taken shots all over the place where it's crazy. And why it crashed is not because of the battery, because it was like a 30% or so. It's not because of the battery, it's because it wasn't updated. So you have to have it updated drone constantly before flight via internet and all that. Ensure that it's properly calibrated and all that, so that you can have a good flight and stuff like that. So that any little issues software wise don't affect your flight. So because it wasn't updated, that's why it fell. Wasn't nothing big, just a small refresher thing. So done with drone flying for the day. We go something different and all. Alright, so I'm back from the ball field, and it's about time to tell you guys what this is all about. Now, let me set this up. Alright, perfect. Alright, so some time ago, I got a comment from a viewer, right? I think it's Taji Hanagan. Big up yourself. Right? Simply was asking how my editing process works. He or she didn't specify, so I think I'm gonna do a little tutorial on both sides, just the basics. I'm not gonna make it really complicated. Pretty much I do everything from my phone. So with everything done on my phone, I'm gonna start, and you guys can see how the process works. All right, let's go. All right, so I took the liberty in a Lightroom by just pulling up this photo. So I've took this photo sometime a couple months ago, I guess, in Honduras, and it's just a nice photo, basic photo. So this is basically how I start photoing. So I jump in by, straightening the photo, like ensuring say nice and straight, and ensuring that it don't really have like no weird angle, or if it have a better angle, it can look better. So I'm just like straighten it to my liking, and if that please me more than how it stayed before, but just work with that, and then like, all right, yeah. All right, so moving on from there, you have this button where pretty much what it does is like do a pre-edit or so to the photo, and sometimes, as you can see in like certain sections of the photo, you don't really like how it come out. So this is basically giving up your levels of creativity from start. So sometimes it's good with different, depending if you're working on like a whole a whole portfolio of photos where you just can't bother with if you do a constant every minute. So this helps with just a section and whatever. But for now we'll do from scratch, so we're not going to spend time doing that. So we go back to the original. So you go straight back into light, right? You go tone curves. I like messing with the tone curves and the RGB spectrum. So we start from like the major sections, like curves and stuff, if you get a different tone from what is there, and then you might back up and start out over if you don't like the how it looks. And then this is more of a better shade. So alright, this gives me a better shade and a better vibe. So I'm gonna work with this, and then I'm gonna come out of that and I go back to the blues, and then change the tones of the blues, and maybe go warmer, more depth I see, and then this more musical to me. So I'm gonna change it to that, and then I go into the greens and see how the greens come in. And to me, I like that shade so far. Alright, the whites fixated most on the highlights and stuff like that, so you don't have to really pull down. You want it to have a more, the darker side of the photo, you want it to have a more grungy look, like what's going on that side of the photo type of thing. So because of that, now that this tone I have so far with the tone curve is phenomenal, this works. Alright, so we'll come out of that now, and we just start looking to shadows, highlights, so you can touch up the exposure. You don't want it too much of a bright photo, and the contrast not too bad, so the contrast in one certain specific spot there. So you can just draw the actual levers to see how it affects the photo. And now you can see like some projects that I've worked on, previous projects and stuff like that. And then I'm gonna go up on my last project, right? Yeah, right. So on the last project, you can see basically the simpleness of the timeline. So with KineMaster now, it's basically you can go here, and then you go here, you can import. When you go storage, you import you can either import like a backdrop, you can go favorites, and then those you can star the photos them or videos them where you want, so it's easier for you. And you go storage, and then go into the files and that you hold your thing them. So like your gallery and stuff like that, you'd normally hold a certain amount of files, and you would hold the files them that you've done previous clips. So you can just put the star on each clip, and then now you will be able to grab those specific clips from here. Instead of doing one clip, you just clip all of the clips them where you want, and then you go here, so you'll find all them images. You can get your backdrop here. So and let me show you how me use like the full black here, so or gray or white or whatever. You have to strategically put them where you would like to put them and all that. Alright, so I go back now. Go back to the forefront. So as the first section now, with the KineMaster, you have your layers. So everything else you see is layers. So when you go layers, and you can go menu up at the top there. So in front of layers, it gives you this green line. It gives you those type of images. You can get the same exact thing that you see on the big screen as in the section, So but layers now, as you can see, where like I put like the subscribe and all that. So the layers them is like chroma key them out. So basically, when you touch the layers, you might look and you will see like chroma key effect, the opacity the 28 to 50, and if we take that off, right, you'll find, so see, background becomes back green. So that's how chroma key is basically a 3D effect. So you can when you get those little things like YouTube, we get this from. So we download it from YouTube and cut it, and then just use it like this. So using the chroma key in a proper way, you find that you have a cleaner setup for your videos them, no matter what you try to do and stuff like that. So even if you do like a music video or something, and you want effects to look clean, it's basically a green screen background, and you chop out the green screen background for just show the specific thing we want to show. Alright, added to that now, joint clips. You can have transition, subtle vibe to it. So because I like it like that, so I say, alright, I put the black background first, with a little transition faded in, and then afterwards me do a little talk or whatever, and then me drop my intro and all that. So with the layers, me put also the subscribe and whatever for coming in at a certain point in time, so it fade right in, so everything fading smoothly, right? So I'm gonna run that now for you guys to see exactly what I'm talking about. First of all, check out that view on the back. It's luxurious. Nice. Alright, so let's roll that intro.
Music pumping to the speaker. Every night and day. Let's go. Cause every time the music play, you wanna dance. Let's go.
Alright, so what do you do if you basically have no equipment? Alright, so that is basically the previous video. You guys can check that out also on my channel. You can check out what the video is all about. It's basically talking about not having no equipment, just starting out, and what you really should, really need, and then to start out to push yourself to do more and get more equipment and all that. Alright, so that concludes our on-the-go editing process. If you want to see more, like, share, comment. If you want to see more in-depth things about each process, also leave a comment on there explaining what you want to get more in-depth in, or what you would like to learn more, and I'll get back to you guys. See you guys next time.